All right. God
making it
damn.
work.
What a disaster.
I'm telling you, look, 911.
Oh my God.
Right on. Slide
Oh
into
shit.
first base.
911. Okay.
That's right. Slide into first base.
We got nobody on yet, but what the fuck?
I see one.
Yeah, that's probably me.
Let me see what that
You
is.
hear this, Al?
I hear it.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. All right. Yeah, nobody's in the chats.
Big Shooter's
Yes.
here. What's up, fellas? What's up, Big Shooter?
Somebody's there.
Yep.
Let me go on the other side. Oh, what's up? Big Sure. Yeah, that's me. That's you. Two lag. What's up? What's
Mhm.
up? What's
There they
up?
go.
There they go. You gotta give me permissions.
I'm going right now. This is just as you speak.
Man, this was a disaster, guys. I almost didn't make it. And I didn't have a computer that was ready for backup either. God damn. I need to scrub this machine, tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Your main one out. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I
Shit.
need to scrub it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. You probably wind up with about a good 100 gigabytes available.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me see how big is the hard drive on this damn thing. It was a gaming laptop. I got 229 gigabytes free of a
Damn.
total of a terabyte. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I
That's
scrubbed a
got
bunch of
plenty
stuff
of
off
space.
of it, but I don't know what the fuck, man. It was I'm using that fucking I'm on Google Chrome now. Google
Ah,
Chrome is a lot more better than that fucking bullshit that they got. You know what I'm saying?
which one were you using before?
The one the Explorer shit that they have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit's
I
fucking
last week I used something else and I can't remember which one, but I went back to Chrome today.
yeah. Yeah, you gotta go back to the Chrome. Chrome is the shit. Always has been the
Mhm.
shit. You know what I'm
It'll fucking
saying?
just snatch every goddamn thing that I ever speak or say around it. But other than that,
Yeah, yeah, they do spy on you a lot.
right? Other than that,
Motherfuckers. I'm checking all the channels and shit now.
but it works with
Uh,
more. It cross over more.
All right, Gen X. What's up, man? Uh, I'll put you on.
Oh, we got
There you
two
go.
folks over here. There must be one of them is you.
What's that?
Oh, we got
No, I'm just going through checking all the
YouTube
channels right now.
over on the
Yeah, make sure
YouTube.
everything's running. Everything look like it's running. Even got we're even on Twitch running. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
goddamn good. Yeah. Do I got my Kick channel? Yep, Kick's up. Yep.
Kicks up. Yep.
Everything's running. Kick's been fucking catching a lot of predators on that motherfucker, man. God damn, they've been catching predators left and right. And the cops been arresting them. That's
That's good.
very yeah, it's good. Very good. Because they get a mound of evidence on these motherfuckers. And the cops go ahead and arrest them. Let's see, we got all the links up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boom, boom. Looking good. Looking good, guys.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm just at work, as always. All right, Gen X. What the fuck do you do for a living? You
Mm,
ain't got to say. You ain't got to say. I'm just fucking with you, man. you know,
Night owl.
you ain't got to say. Probably some.
Oh shit.
Probably work for a nuclear facility. You know what I'm saying?
Top secret.
Top secret shit. Yeah.
Gotta get clearance to come in. You
hmm
know clearance?
Clarence.
Mhm.
Do I know Clarence? Yeah, I know Clarence.
You know clearance? Oh,
Yeah, I had Clarence.
okay. Exactly.
yeah, I had a Clarence. Shit.
His
I
dad
think I was
joke.
the only one in the platoon at the time had one. Besides platoon son.
Oh wow.
That was very interesting. Yeah. I think it was maybe at Benning, it was three had
Mhm.
a clearance, but I know in Korea I was the only one. that had a clearance. And when I went to Hood, I was the only one that had a clearance. Everybody else didn't have clearances. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. Because they used to ask me to always go get the secret radio equipment. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I was like, what the fuck you asking me? Don't somebody else have clearance? Oh, nah, these motherfuckers ain't got no goddamn clearance. You know?
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Fucking assholes.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Shit. So you get the shit, you can't drive your car. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
When you get now, when you pick that shit up, you cannot get in your car at all.
How do you get back?
I had to fucking get to ride from a military vehicle.
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
coming back. Yeah, I can't get in the fucking civilian vehicle with a fucking with anything that's secret or above in a civilian car. Nope. And it's the
Mm.
same with a weapon. You can't get in the you can't get in the oh, you're a machinist? All right, cool. Yeah, you're making barrels and shit, probably. Um yeah, you can't get in the your car with a with a weapon at all. So you get caught in your car with a weapon, a military weapon, you're going to jail. Automatic.
Damn.
Yeah. So it has to be a military vehicle, or you're not riding in that motherfucker. It's considered a felony.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Court
Your ass
martial.
going. Oh, fuck yeah.
Mm.
Fuck yeah. All right. Yeah. Two Lag said he used to what's that? He used to have to run to damn to the skiff all the time. Yeah, you guys used to have the skiff. We never had any skiffs. You know, well, I think they had one, but it wasn't. You know, it wasn't at my level. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And Two Lag said, "Yeah, you need a courier
Carry a
card,
card and a government vehicle.
government vehicle. Yeah, that's the only way you can do that shit." And I never got a carrier card. Yeah.
Mm. You can see out there with your thumb up.
Yeah, fucking bullshit. Always gonna go down to the battalion and get the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
When you're on alert, you be the motherfuckers. That was your job, was to go down the battalion and get the secret shit and get all the secret shit and come back. You know what I'm saying? And then you be like, I need to hand this shit off. And they're like, nah, motherfucker, you signed for that shit. You gotta hang out.
Oh shit. Yeah,
So-
that's the dirty part.
yeah, that's the dirty part. So I had to kick 13, the field device. Then you would have the fucking SOI, how they should be wearing that shit around my neck. You know what I'm saying? Because you lose the SOI, the whole fucking army in the world has to change their frequencies all at once.
Damn.
Yeah, everybody had to change. And now
I
you got
guess
to
it's
explain.
compromise at that point.
Yeah. And now you got to explain why you just lost a SOI. I think that's what they called it, the SOI book, a big
Mm.
authentication book. Because that shit had so much. If you knew how to use that book, you was a bad motherfucker. I knew how to use the book. They had encryption, and crypto page in there and all types of stuff. And you just had to know what day you're on. Um, and you know, once you figure out the day you're on, you just follow the days. This shit was easy. You know what I'm saying? But the book was fucking confusing as fuck.
I bet.
Let's see. He said Two Lag says, as well as being given a 4187. Yep. Mm.
Mm. 4-digit number. Obviously, that ain't nothing good.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. So trying to see if I can pull up a picture of it so you guys know it. That's the the personal identification form for I used to have all these forms on my computer at one time.
And that's probably why it's running backwards.
Yeah. No, I had a special computer that had all the military forms, and it was a program, and I would pull up the program and I just type in the form number and it will, and I click on it and the whole form come up. And I was able to type in the form front and back and print it out on a computer. I did all my counseling statements, fucking hand
Oh yeah.
receipts. I did my NCORs, all that shit with this form. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the first sergeant in Korea found out I was doing this shit. And that motherfucker, he tried to fucking pull my ass in to be his clerk in his
Oh
fucking
shit.
office. Yep.
You
Mid-tour.
good, man. You good.
And I was like, he's like, yeah, you're gonna be my fucking clerk. And I need a fucking clerk. Mine just ETS. He just left. I was like, I'm not gonna be a fucking clerk first. So he said, yeah, you the fuck are. He said, you don't have a fucking choice. You're gonna do this shit. I was like, nah, first sergeant, I ain't doing this shit. Yeah, you're gonna do this shit. You're gonna do this shit. I said, I'm not built for this, first sergeant. He said, I know you on the internet every fucking night, calling your wife. He said, I know you got the fucking numbers to call overseas, call home. I know you got that shit. I was like, I'm thinking to myself, how this motherfucker knows this shit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting the illegal numbers from the fucking medics to fucking call my wife from Korea. You know what I'm saying? Through the internet. You know, I'm getting all the internet VPN numbers and shit.
Okay.
And he knew I was calling. This motherfucker knew what time.
Damn.
Every fucking thing. I was like, what the fuck? He said, yeah, I know you're doing that shit. And he said, I know you got that forms program too. And you filling out all this shit. Yeah, I know. He said, you're gonna fucking come in here and fucking work for me. That's what you're gonna fucking do. I was like, nah, first on, I ain't doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit. I said, I'm good in the fucking field. That's where I need to be with the fucking soldiers and shit.
Right.
I had to get a buddy of mine. Remember Howard that came on a while back?
Yeah.
I had to get that motherfucker to come in with me to the first sergeant and tell him how valuable I was to the fucking platoon. And I was fucking sitting there fucking shake. I was begging this motherfucker, man. I was begging him. Fucking, I was like, first sergeant, dog, don't do this shit, man. Don't do this shit. He said, yeah, you fuck Sarge. He was like, you don't do this shit.
Dude.
You this gonna be you. And I was like, nah.
That's
and finally, after Howard got to talking to him, so Howard, he looked at me and said, all right. He said, get the fuck out of my office. He said, you lucky this time, motherfucker. You lucky. I said, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, I left. And then when I found him, years later, we're both on the Manchu Battalion Association page.
Okay.
And I found him on the page and I contacted him. He said, yeah, I remember your motherfucking he said, I had your motherfucking ass shaking in your boots trying to get you to become a goddamn clerk.
Shit. A motherfucker rather face a bullet than a pen.
Oh, yeah. I was like, man, no, I can't do the rest of my tour in this motherfucking office, dude. I couldn't do it, bro. That'd have been hard, man. And then them motherfuckers going to the field and shit, and I ain't fucking doing shit except pushing paperwork. Nah, bro. I wasn't built for that.
Chief clerk, but
no time. I wasn't built for that, bro. Nope.
Oh, man.
That motherfucker, I never told you the story. Well, that motherfucker chewed my motherfucking ass, bro. He tore me apart, bro. We came out of the field. We came from the DMZ. We came out of the field. No, it was me and another sergeant. They acquisitioned us. They were still in the field, but they sent us back to do, I think it was Korean Day or something like that. And it went to the United States, and the Koreans have a day and they all come to see our weapons and shit.
Right.
So we came out of the field. We had fucking that night we were told you got to leave and go back to fucking main post because you two motherfuckers are going to be in this shit. And we was like, what the fuck are we doing? We don't even know what we're doing.
Right.
So they was like, make sure your vehicles are fucking clean. So we go down to the wash rack. We get back. We kind of clean these motherfuckers up. We could take a shower, put new uniforms and shit on. And our vehicles look like they've been in the fucking goddamn Mad Max movies. Them bitches was fucked up, dude. Rust on the everywhere and just trash, you know? Mm-hmm. So we get out there and So we find out from we go down to the supply room. We find out the supply guy tells us there's some shit over here you guys got to go do, and you got to do a weapons display. They had everything set up. They had the display for a sniper rifle, the nomenclature and all that shit. They had the nomenclature for the 50 cal, the Mark 19, because we had two trucks, one the Mark and the 50 cal. I had a Mark on mine. He had a 50 cal in his, because I was a wingman. And um, then we had, I think we had laid out some equipment displays, radios and shit like that we use. And so we get out there, man. Now our Humvee, man, I had rust on that motherfucker, bro. The trim guard, the brush guard, that motherfucker, the paint chipping off, it rusty as shit. Look like I ain't even washed that motherfucker, but that's the way it looks.
Right.
So we sitting there, and some lady comes up. This pudgy little lady comes up, sweetest you ever want to see, and she was like, "Oh, the division sergeant major, he's fucking coming up." I said, I don't give a fuck about the division sergeant major. He put his pants on like I do. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck.
There we go.
Yeah. She was like, well, everybody else is all scared in their boots and shit about this motherfucker. I was like, I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do my job. She's like, yeah, it's cool. You guys got a nice display here. So she goes on to the fucking M1. She disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And as she disappears, she goes over to the M1 tank that's sitting next to us.
Who was that?
His entourage, 12 motherfuckers come up, right?
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker gets up. I didn't realize that little lady was his fucking wife.
I knew it.
And she was telling what the fuck they were saying before he got up.
Oh, shit.
And so this motherfucker, luckily I didn't say anything bad, right? So he came up, he's like, what the fuck? Goddamn, who the fuck are you motherfuckers? I said, we're fucking scouts and shit for the fucking 1st of the 9th battalion. And he said, what the fuck is wrong with your Humvee and shit? And I said, fucking first sergeant. I said, sergeant major, I said, we just got out of the fucking field. I said, that's the way we fucking look. We spend majority of our time in this motherfucker in the field. And he said, who you fucking first sergeant? I was like, oh shit. So I told him who the first sergeant was. Then we had a tripod for the 50 cal that we had ground mounted, and it had rust on it and shit. And that motherfucker was like, oh, fuck, you guys don't clean your shit. And I said, sergeant major, we don't even have 50 cal tripods. It's not even our shit. We just picked the shit up from, this is where I'm talking to him. I said, we just picked the shit up from the goddamn arms room. Then the motherfucker's like, all right. He's, then it was like, I was like, he was like, because we had a sniper rifle, and I had a sniper rifle assigned to me. Mm-hmm. And I had a nomenclature shit. And he said, what's the maximum effective range in that shit? So I started reading the card, and he snatched the goddamn card. And I said, I don't know. As far as I can see that motherfucker, I guess so. Damn. And the motherfucker was like, all right. He said, he picked up his goddamn phone, and they had the Brink mobile phones.
Right.
That's what he had. He called our fucking first sergeant. And then he went over to the fucking tanks. And when he went over to the tanks, we noticed he had them motherfuckers over there doing flutter kicks and shit.
Damn.
on the fucking tank and shit. And I was like, they must have said some fucked up shit about it. And so a runner came, got us, and told us the first sergeant wanted to see us right now. So, and he was the only one to see the two NCOs. So me and the Sarge, we jumped in one of the Humvees, drove back to the motherfucking motor pool, went to go see the first Sarge. Soon as we get in that motherfucker, we knocked on the door, walked in, went to his desk, and that motherfucker like, lock the fuck up, motherfucker.
Damn.
I was like, oh shit, we're gonna get that ass blasted. And that motherfucker, he was like, you motherfuckers, you went over there and made me look like motherfucking shit. The fucking battalion sergeant major, the brigade sergeant major calling me and shit. He said, you motherfucker. And I was like, first sergeant. He said, shut the fuck up. I was like, oh shit. I didn't say shit. I just kept my mouth. I was after when he said that, I was like, oh fuck. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
that
say
boy,
another word.
yeah, just weather the storm after that.
Yeah, and that motherfucker, he chewed our asses for about 30 minutes, bro. And that motherfucker, as soon as he got through chewing, he said, now get your motherfucking ass over to the arms room, get you some new fucking equipment with no fucking rust. And I better not get another motherfucking phone call. and then we looking at it, and he said, get the fuck out my fucking arm. And we ran out that bitch. That motherfucker blasted us, dude. So we go back out there, and I was talking to the tankers, and I said, "What the fuck happened when you guys out here doing all types of exercise?" They said some bad shit about him, and his wife went back and told him, and so he was like, "Okay, all right, we got you, motherfuckers." Yeah, Gen X. You were in Korean War? No. You're not old enough. No. I was in Korea in 96 to 97.
He's like Wolverine. He's been in every conflict since man.
Yeah, it was something. I think it was mid 96 to mid 97 because I got to Fort Hood in 98. Yeah. So yeah, so that shit was fucking hilarious, bro. Hilarious. You know, a lot of people don't realize the Korean tour is a hardship tour. It's a 12-month tour without your family. So it's because it's considered an active zone. So you can't take your family. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think there's ever been any it's a ceasefire, not
they still have firefights over there. Yeah, they still shoot each other. They still have firefights. They had plenty of them over there. Will's there on the DMZ. It's once you go to the DMZ, it's a real world. It's a whole different ball game on the DMZ. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Yeah. I mean, you see shit that you normally don't see. You know, they packing live rounds up there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's the way the shit goes. But they're not playing. Right. No playing. So let's get this shit on the road.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. We're live, motherfuckers. Hope you enjoyed that motherfucking story.
Yeah.
All right. Is it the 31st? Hell yeah, it is.
It is the 31st.
Guys. Oh, yeah, the minefields. Oh, yeah. You just started, didn't you?
I heard you.
Okay. Now I was going to say, Two Lags said the minefields real. Yep. Minefields real. Every winter, they put down every rice paddy has mines in it. At least 400 mines from Bouncing Betty's to fucking mines and a tank and we didn't realize until we saw the South Koreans went on full alert. The mine manhole covers they pull them up, and there's a string of mines in those too. Damn. And it's mines everywhere, bro. And we almost had a unit walk into a minefield. You know, I used to do PT on the DMZ with a minefield off to my left and shit. You know what I'm saying? And North Korean fence would be off to the right. And you look over there and you see Pyongyang and all that shit. That shit was badass, man. Fucking real shit.
That's cool people.
Let's see. Gen X. We're gonna answer these last two, then we're gonna go on. Yeah, after I heard you talk about a Hummer, I knew better. yeah. Then I would have to fucking be a goddamn Jeep.
Yeah, you're a time traveler. He took a Hummer back to
right.
the war.
Yeah, Gen X. Damn, touchscreen keeps screwing up my grammar. Okay, cool. All right, let's do it, man.
All right, baby.
Let's start.
See you in a minute.
Did it run?
Dude, I think it's running.
Yeah, it's not running.
Yeah, we gotta fix that.
Nah, fuck it. We're here.
We're here live.
Goddamn. All right, fuck it.
The Gremlin Day, bro.
Yeah, we back, motherfuckers.
I tested it before I came on. Before you came in, I tested it.
Right. Let me see if I can do screen share. Fuck, I just got a weird fucking thing just happened.
We're gonna really tap dance tonight.
Oh my god! I don't think I can screen share. Oh no!
All right.
No, because I don't see none of my. Oh, you know what? I don't have anything in Chrome. It'll only screen share to Chrome. Let me do another tab over here. Uh, this is weird. Now I'm a big now you guys, I want to tell you guys, if you guys haven't bought Rumble stock, you need to.
Mhm.
Tether is investing 7 point something million, $7.5 million, almost $1 billion into Rumble. So
Mhm.
Rumble is changing, and I'm hoping I'm a big shareholder. I can vote. That's how many shares I got, and they've been sending me these things. They've been trying to buy out my shares, and I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm not selling." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they've been offering to buy me out. So,
That's good news.
mhm. So I told them the other day. I said, "Nah, I'm not selling my shares." And then they didn't want to offer anything. They was going to give me fucking $7 and something cents a share. I was like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers! You guys are fucking smoking goddamn some serious crack." I only paid $3 and something cents a share.
Mhm. Not ready to sell yet, though.
Yeah, but I ain't selling. I done made money on it, and I done sold some shares and put them into a brokerage account. And they say buy silver too, because right now it's a shortage of gold, and
Mhm.
look like the silver is about to boom up. But we want to thank who supports this goddamn show, and type in SABER TEAMTACTICAL.com, saberteamtactical.com, and it'll take you to this page right here.
That's right. And we have a partner. It's Right to Bear. And if you're during this time of the year, this is the SHOT Show time. Think it's winding down, or it's
Oh, it's gone.
yeah, it's done this last week.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if
I'm
you go
stuck.
on their any of their social media, and
Oh
they're on
shit.
Facebook, and they're on Instagram and Twitter, I believe. I know they're on at least those three. Go there and you'll see the pictures. Man, it was pretty good to see the response what people were giving for Right to Bear. Just regular Joes, guys that attending the show, and everybody was giving a thumbs up, high praises, and that's good because those are end users, right? And we can go online, you can find people who are bitter and they have issues with it for whatever reason. And when you find out what they really were pissed off at, it was something they thought that they should get, and it was never written. There was no contracts, things like that. So I say that because I saw this today and I was looking at it and I started going through it, and there were so many compliments and people who were leaving other companies as end users coming to Right to Bear. And it kind of gives you, because we do the research, we look at the other programs. I do it all the time and compare them, and we see a lot. I sent the one to you last week where a lot of these other companies are people are jumping off the ship, just jumping ship, and
Yeah.
their sponsors and their partners are doing videos against them, and
Mm-hmm.
that's telling. That's telling right there. That's something that you can take to the bank. So, in my opinion, right now, Right to Bear, and I think what's that? Retainers, lawyers on retainers, something like that.
Yeah.
Attorney on retainer. Those
Mm-hmm.
guys are, they're real close because they've mirrored almost Right to Bear. And at one point they were only in 2 states and they couldn't they didn't weren't nationwide. But they reformatted, and now they're um nationwide. You look at that program, and basically it comes down to which one you want, which one can you afford, um, which one has the implements and the pieces that you need that will work for your life. What we tell you is when you go it Right to Bear, you can pick and choose, and everything starts the same day you choose it. And once you finish that, you don't want it anymore, you click that button and it's done. No questions asked. You don't want to be with them anymore. You want to stop their servicing, and maybe you feel you're going into hibernation for the winter and you're not coming back out until June. Cut it off. In June, you want to turn it back on. Turn it back on. They're not no questions asked. Um, like one of those guys that you follow on YouTube did an interview with the president, and it was a really good interview. And one of the things that the guy was saying is that reason why he left something Texas Shield or something like that. Reason why he left and came to Right to Bear was because the efforts that your favorite place,
Palmetto.
Palmetto State Armory, put behind him. And he said, and when he saw that, coupled with all the other things, he knew he had to jump ship.
And there's
So
too many cases where these
Mhm.
other programs are not
yes,
protecting you once these guys get charged with a crime.
Mhm.
And
And
that's
can you
huge.
imagine if you depended on an individual to do something, and then when it happens and shit hit the fan, and you're standing there by yourself
Right. Yeah, you
and
just
looking
shot
at
12 people and defending yourself, and now these motherfuckers.
yep, and the good attorney is looking at you, and he needs 15 grand to get started.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. It's
that's the
fucked up.
reason why. Yeah, and
It's
you can look that up. Those things that Alfonso just mentioned, those are available to be looked up, and you can understand it for yourself.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
And in the
So,
meantime,
and remember, SABER, get your discount.
yep. So then you got the classes.
Mhm.
Oh shit! What the fuck is that?
As we paint them, we're gonna paint like graffiti. So
Oh.
the one-on-one is available. We like that. We present our information to you, run you through an assessment, get you started, and once you get up to speed, we enhance you. So if you're an intermediate shooter, we'll get you to the next level. If you're a beginner, same thing. We don't come out and just say this is all we're going to do. We tailor it for each individual shooter so that way you feel comfortable and confident by the time we finish. All right. And I need the titles that you see here, including the ones with dates. If you want to come out and you want to train in that title, or you want to train, do something of that nature, let us know and we'll bring that out for you. So the first class comes in May 24th of 2025. Can you imagine? That's just around the corner too. Concealed carry, stop the bleed medical class. As we say every week, good class to learn how to keep people from going into shock, stop the bleed. That's important, and it's not always with a gunshot wound. It could be, from a car accident. It could be from
Mm-hmm.
mountain biking, or what do you call it, falling down in a wooded area or secluded
That
area.
girlfriend.
Oh shit! Well, yeah, if that's the case, bro. If you
Yep.
bleeding
Trying to
from
get in the
that, bro.
lift.
Oh yeah, maybe you pushed too hard and you
Yeah.
splatter all over the place. All
Tap.
right, scroll me down a little bit.
All right.
Shotgun for self-defense class, and that's July 5th. Really good class. If you don't know the difference between a sabot and a slug, come to this class. If you don't know the difference between shot and buckshot, or birdshot and buckshot, come to this class. If you don't know your ass from your elbow when it comes to shotguns, come to this class. If you're new to shotgunning, and I make fun of it, but if you're new, let us know. Come on out. We tailor this class for everyone, so that way, everyone, if you in the middle and you understand some of it, but you want to learn how to reload, you want to learn. This guy likes to flip the ammunition, so you have buck, slug, buck, slug. Come on out, run all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at the website, and you can go to the next click. You can get all the detailed information of the equipment that you'll need. Great class, really good. What ammunition are you using for home defense? I hear people always talking about birdshot, and I'm like, birdshot is for birds. Simple as
Oh,
that.
yeah, but you can do you can you can do
Mhm.
a poor man double up buck by taking
Right,
those bird shots, and we'll tell you in the range. I'm not gonna
right.
tell you.
Let's say, but that comes with the extra knowledge. A basic
Right.
guy at the gun store, and he's buying ammunition, buy buckshot.
Or
You'll
you
be
can
fine.
make cut shells out of them.
See, there you go, bro. How the West was won.
It's a lot of
Um,
stuff you can do.
Yeah, and then we got the Stop the Bleed medical and rifle battle class. That is going to pit you with people who are in the class. We you make friends, and then you make partners, and you work through it, all the um anything that we throw at you. So what we'll do is we'll give you an example of somebody being hurt, and you got to assess them, and then you also have to render aid. Great class. this type of experience you can't get anywhere without saying I do before. Whether it's military or police, you can't get this kind of stuff. And smoke is going to be popped. So we cause confusion, and you still have to work within a team. We've had great success, great reviews from this class. I recommend it to anyone that doesn't have first aid training, or anyone that has first aid training and you actually want to put it into use and see what kind of metal you have when the shit hit the fan, because that's what this does. Rifle and PCC class, come out and learn how to run your rifle as you're shooting the pistol. Driving the gun. That's the key to this one. Drive the gun. Intermediate class, yeah, brand new to rifles, brand new to PCC. Show up. Sign up and show up. We got you. And then the last class of the year is the rifle and tactical gear class, and it's October 4th this year. This class, intermediate and up, meaning that you have to be able to run your gun all the way through. Whether you have a malfunction, the guns, any stoppages, you got to assess it and get it back in the order. Marksmanship has to be on point, because we're not teaching you how to shoot. In this class, you have to understand that and be able to keep up, because it's more about being in the right place at the right time. This class was taught in the military. My main man over there, he 1,500, 15,000 people or more
Yeah, it's a
using
lot.
parts of either all of it or parts of this course. It's no joke. And everyone that's gone through it, from people who know and then people who are learning, man, they're excited, and they're drained, because it's a whole day's training. They're drained, and it's mostly from mental, not necessarily the physical is there too, but it's the mental. Any gear that you show up with, you wear it from the beginning to the end of the class. You put it on, you keep it on. And we've had guys at lunchtime come back light, and it's like, where you going? You know, go get that vest. And they're like, seriously, I didn't. Oh, no. Keep it on, keep it on. And if you got some questionable gear, bring it out. This is a great test for it. Really
Yeah.
great, because sometimes you'll, at the end of the day, you'll chuck it right in the dumpster.
Hmm.
Yep. And 2 more slides down.
Yeah.
And this is right here. We got optics, the reflex optics class, or RMR, pistol and rifle. And we also have iron sights for rifles only. We've come to realize that there are many people out there who don't understand how to zero or sight in their firearm. Just because you bought a sight and attach it to the gun doesn't mean that it's sighted in. You have to understand a lot of things, and I won't go into all of them, but to at least understand where that, on the rifle side, where it's going to hit. And as you move further and back, it's going to do different things from different yardages. So we're going to show you those things so that you can stay in the game. Whether you're just plinking or precision shooting or home defense, all these things come into play, because if you believe in it and you think you can do it and you pull and trigger and you're not, and the person's still standing there, there's something wrong with your gun. And it may
Yeah.
be just maybe the sights, because you're missing. And we've seen you can see it everywhere, where the rounds would just drop when you're thinking they're supposed to be here and they're dropping here. So come on out, let us take a look at it. If you haven't something brand new and you haven't attached it yet, bring it out in the box. We start from scratch. We'll
Yep.
work with you. And there's a round count on those too. So take a look at the details and make sure you bring the right amount of
Yeah, it's a
ammunition.
100 round count, and on each one,
Yep.
and some from zero, and 100 rounds are just to help you guys get some trigger time behind
Mhm.
those new sites. So, and get your
Just
feet
to get
wet.
way
Yeah,
confirmed.
yeah. So, I'll talk about the let's see. Oh, go to the laser engraving side. There's a video there. I got some stuff coming out. I'm getting ready to start doing some more work here because I got some shows that's coming up. 2 shows coming up in April, and so I got to get more inventory ready for
Mm,
those. And yeah,
it's right around the
like
corner
I got
too.
yeah, I got wiped out, dude. And so hit me up, saberteamtactical@gmail.com, and or hit me up on Saberteam Tactical. I'm gonna need to put the phone number on here, 445142664. That's the business number. So um let's see. There's a lot's been happening. I notice everybody's been talking about the let's start and talk about Trump. a lot of people was they didn't understand when he was saying the he was freezing the fucking
Financing.
all the financing. It had nothing to do with social security or welfare checks and military checks, and he was actually freezing the NGOs. And the NGOs, so many NGOs out there. Basically, NGO is a non-government project that's funded by, it's a pet project basically. Prime example, they were given $50 million to Hamas for condoms. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like, what the fuck? You're in a war zone. Why you fucking? You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
it's like this stupid stuff. So what they ended up doing was freezing that. A lot of people don't realize he's got to this year. If we don't do it by this year, probably the stock market's gonna crash. But he's got to free up $2 trillion. No, two was it? Yeah, 2 trillion now, 2 trillion. That's
Mhm.
what he's got to free up. With the NGOs, it's like 3 trillion. What they found out. And I have, let's see, where is it at? I have a picture of the NGO. So what now you guys can go follow all this shit on Doge is actually on X. You can go follow Doge on X, and there it is. And what Elon Musk, what he's doing, he's publishing all this shit. Now, you won't be surprised, and the reason why this is the reason why he stopped this DEI shit too. What? I'm gonna show you this shit. So, Department of Government Efficiency. This is Doge. You can go on if you got X. You can go on X and follow this shit. All the DEI shit. Everybody just think DEI was just a small program. DEI was nothing more. It's nothing more than a Marxist program that was developed and put in schools, and all government agencies and a lot of corporations are still pushing this shit. And so, but you have to fund this shit. So this shit was being funded by the federal government. They ended up when they canceled all the departments who had this shit. They came up with a what? Look how much was that? $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? All the funding for
Mhm.
these damn things, and look how much. And he published how much they were spending, how much they were saving, and a lot of these things had already been using these contracts for starting at the beginning of the year, so they was already burning through some of the money. You know what I'm saying? So they're saving money back, and that's why he went through did the executive order to get rid of DEI because DEI was being funded by the federal government. You know what I'm saying? And when and if you notice Trump, what he's doing, you're not hearing about a lot of leaks coming out of the White House like you were in his first term. Remember that? His first term, he was in there day one. Leaks already came out the White House. This guy's crazy. He's doing shit. He's running around throwing shit up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? But this time they're running a much more tighter ship in the White House. And also, too, he's firing all of the people who basically is going to work against him. He's coming in there and there's fucking getting from federal judges to uh, uh, regular federal employees. They got to return to work on Monday or they're fired. You know what I'm saying? And he's offering them servants packages to a lot of federal employees who don't want to be there anymore. But he's basically just going in, gut and cleaning house. So now we got people in all heads of these departments. But what we have to do is get and what they're doing for the DEI. A lot of these organizations, like the ATF, what they did, they renamed the position for the lady that was in charge of it. You know what I'm saying? So, and he wrote in the executive order, you cannot rename the program or rename the position that the person has. If they're
Okay.
in DEI, they have to be terminated. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of them are doing. They renaming them and giving them a new position and all types of other stuff. So this is That's deep state in its finest that's been weeded into our federal government. And they had from the Obama era, they had from, and that's why when Trump came in after the Obama era, they was able to do weaponize themselves and do so much to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he did not fire a lot of the judges. He did not fire a lot of the staff. They were still entrenched in there. And seeing now he's coming through, he knows what's happening, and he's going through and firing all these people. And that's actually a good thing because we need to clean up the federal government. So each heads of those departments going to have to do the same thing. So what they're asking the American people to do is be prepared for what's going to happen in 2 years. So in 2 years, we got to vote for the House and the Senate. So they're going to ask for the American people because a lot of cocksuckers only vote for presidential races, but they need people to get in and vote these midterm races too because he's got to get more powerful and getting more people in the House and the Senate in order to finish what he's going to start. But he's working at light speed now because he has no choice but to get this economy on board, cut, and he's got to get energy by, he's opened the pipeline, he's going to start selling gas and all that stuff, and um, try to bring the cost down, cost of living. Now, everybody's saying with the tariffs and stuff, it's going to hurt the economy and all this stuff by summer. No, it's not going to hurt us at all. It's going to hurt them. What it's going to do is going to make the American people buy American products. You know what I'm saying? Because now we're going to see shit coming from Mexico and Canada. It's going to be too fucking expensive. Well, I noticed some shit here in the United States is a lot cheaper. I'm just going to buy this shit. You see what I'm saying? So it actually is it's a positive. And in the countries, and also if you do have something that's being built in one of those fucking countries, and if they want to continue to make money, they will start a plant here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? So it's a win-win all the way around.
Yeah, they
And
take effect on Saturday.
well, they're from what like my last thing I heard that Canada and Mexico in negotiations, trying to figure out what they're gonna do.
Mhm.
If it takes effect on Saturday, I think a week from now it goes to 50%. You know what I'm saying? So it's 25% tariffs on each country right on Saturday. Then it goes to 50%. And that's devastating for them. When they're talking about it's going to go to the consumer is not going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Who's the fuck's going to buy something that's been increased by 50%? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't need Mexican eggs. I don't eat them motherfuckers anyway.
Yeah, 10%
You know what I'm saying?
on China, 25% on Canada and Mexico.
Right. Right. So that's to bring, and it's all designed to bring them to the table so they can renegotiate. You know what I'm saying? And everybody know, the president of Mexico is a Marxist.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? So, we still don't not realizing why is she even there. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what's happening there. Let's see what else. What else we got? So I'm gonna delete this.
What about the legal immigration?
Oh, the legal immigration. So they tried to storm the border this week. It was a massive amount of people from Colombia tried to storm the border, and they held strong and they held it. But what they're finding out is the cartel is having firefights, smuggling people and drugs across the border, and they're doing it in force with weapons now. Now, they kind of messed up by shooting at the border patrol, and they're getting in that. Remember that firefight that just happened?
I think they would.
They,
I said that's not a good deal.
That's not a good deal because the new DOJ Secretary of Defense, he said, we're gonna deal with this. You know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised when you see one of them vehicles getting blown the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And see, they don't have fucking tanks. We can put fucking tanks on the yeah, but I'm just saying we can put a fucking tank on that fucking border or a fucking couple of Bradleys on the border. And when those guys come up there to fucking do that shit, they can
Ooh.
light them fucking vehicles up, bro. So they better be careful. And also, we got attack helicopters. We can fly a helicopter on our side and fucking missile them some bitches from. We don't even have to fly over the border to do it. You know what I'm saying? So if Mexico wants to go to war with the United States, keep fucking around. You're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? So
Are you saying the Mexican government or the cartels?
the Mexican government and the cartel are one of the same. There's no difference.
Mm,
There's no
mm,
difference, because this is why I say that, because she did not condemn the cartel from shooting at the fucking border agents. She didn't say a word. They're one and the
yeah,
same.
but
They're one and the same, bro. I'm telling you. She
I understand what you're saying.
did
There's
she
like,
when she became president, did she run on, we don't even know what she ran on. But once she became president, did she say, I'm gonna crack down and destroy this cartels forever? No, she did not.
she was from the promised land.
No, yeah, she's from the promised land, but she's a part of the cartel. The cartel okayed her to be there. Remember, if to run for a politician in Mexico, you're risking your life because they will public assassinate you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
they have done it
they've killed a
before.
number of
Politicians.
elected official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she and every single one of them start. Let's go back to Vicente Fox, the other dude. Every single one, they're all corrupt, bro. None of them do anything about the cartel, because the biggest commodity out of Mexico is drugs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's drugs. They promote that shit all around the world. The reason why you put the tariff on China, because China is the biggest producers of fentanyl. Just bring it coming into the United States, and they're not trying to do anything to stop it. So,
Yeah, well, that's what the tariffs are part of the tariffs.
yeah,
Is for
yeah,
that too.
they're trying to help them stop the fentanyl and the drug trade and all this other stuff. So, Tulag said this country ran just fine with only tariffs until 1913. Sure, that's correct. And when the Dems snuck in the Federal Reserves, yep, and that's when it got a problem, you know. And uh, Tulag said the cartels own the politicians. Yep, they do, and they definitely own her.
Mhm.
Um, and Tulag said they own a fair amount of them here too. Yeah, I think yeah, because let's go back to what was that incident where we had a president that was involved in running guns over to Mexico and
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Yeah, see, yeah, there it is right there. So we had our own president doing it, then and our AG should have went to jail behind that, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
But they fashioned that same thing similar to what they did when in the '80s with the
But
Contras,
Iran Contras. But Ollie North
with
went to jail.
cocaine sales.
He went to jail
Well, they
behind
were a
that.
scapegoat.
Yeah, but he took it though because he knew they was going to
Mhm.
take it. But
But the
AG
AG
Holders,
was he
he
was
should have took it.
they yeah, but they couldn't get his hands dirty.
No, his hands wasn't in there, but he knew all
Right.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
they just didn't
authorized it.
have.
That
Yeah, they cleaned it up where they made sure it was too many other parties involved. Where he
mhm.
wasn't like he was in the gun store doing it, but I mean the gun store said they had authorization from the from our government to sell them weapons. You know what I'm saying? With no paperwork, and they were doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
I wouldn't have
shit.
did that shit.
Listen to this one. In 2022, the president of Mexico said, "We also take care of the lives of the gang members. They are human beings," because he wouldn't engage them.
Mm,
He ordered the army not to attack the cartel gunmen, and I guess they had opportunity.
mm-hmm. Who did that? Oh,
His
Slama.
name is Obama
Mm,
Obrador.
okay.
Obrador.
Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff that's happening right now. Tulag, the governor of Arizona is illegally in their pocket. Oh, allegedly in their pocket. The governor of Arizona? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, and what's that? Just Air Holder should be in prison right now. Yeah, exactly.
That's
Should
what
be.
I
He
was,
should be
yeah.
in prison. He should be in prison, but he got away with it.
Oh yeah.
And he definitely got away with it. So I want to let's see what else. I have some other stuff I want to show you guys too. That one's that. Let me see if I have anything else on this subject. Because we're gonna get into now go to now there's another thing. I know a lot of you guys probably don't like Alec Jones, but I'm gonna put something in the chat here. Check it out when you guys can. But he had Mike Flynn on the his show, and I'm not going to talk about it too much because it's a long thing. But Mike Flynn was saying the exact same things I was saying. Oh, it's a private message. But he was saying how the deep state is so corrupt and they got so many people entrenched. I don't know if I can.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Let's see. I got
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can. I can't change that on my end. I almost hit the leave button. I had to fucking stop myself. It's weird being on this side. You know what I'm saying?
I know. That's why I'm laughing. Really, I'm like, yeah.
I almost dumped myself out the fucking stream. But check that out, guys. That's a hell of a interview with Mike Flynn, and he was talking about what's going on. I'll show a little bit of it real quick. Let me and he was talking about what's going on in the world, and how the president is fighting these guys. And
about a week and a half ago was that we think that there's around 2,000 people that were put into the government in different departments that have been put into different, components of the different departments, about 2,000 that are both tied to Obama, because Obama is still the guy. Okay. Don't mistake anything. This is not a transition from the Biden administration. Obama was running the Biden administration for years. Since actually Obama was in charge of the takedown of President Trump 45, and Obama has been running the Biden
let's be clear, General. You're talking about Stay Behind Networks that when they were officially still in charge.
I've been told as many as 2,000. That's right. Stay Behind Networks, infiltrators into the government to basically block and tackle. So strategically block and tackle and to undermine in this case, President Trump, and to do everything that they can. And these are trained activists inside of the government. They are now in government positions, so they're not in appointed positions where you can go in and just immediately remove them. And I do believe the kinds of things that we're seeing Trump do is a complete reformation of the civil service system. He also has the full authority. The President of the United States has the full authority to remove every senior executive, every senior intelligence executive, every defense intelligence executive. Those are called DISLs. It's an acronym for them, DISL. He can remove every HQE, which is a highly qualified expert that came in under the Biden administration. And in fact, anybody that was hired post the election, all of those have a grace period where they sort of in a testing period whether they're worthy or not, whether they're able to stay in. All of those should be put on hold, and all those individuals, in many cases, especially the ones that were more senior, that were put into specific positions, they're going to need to be removed. They should be told, "Thank you, you're going to go home. We're not going to continue with your hiring action."
And General, we also saw the
Yeah.
Inspector General of the one of the big agencies, the USDA, refusing to leave and having been removed. Trump's, as you know, already fired.
3 days later,
fired some of the people also that where they just changed the name of the offices. But these are spy networks. These are illegitimate. These are disruptors. They will also not just leak, but leak fake information.
So with that, So we're in a civil war. We're in it. You know what I'm saying? And Trump is in it. And what like I said, he's got to sweep. He's got to continue to destroy. And if you notice, the media is finding anything to try to sway the American people. Look what they tried to did to Elon Musk and try to say he was a Nazi. You know what I'm saying? And Netanyahu came out and said, "No, this guy ain't no Nazi." You know what I'm saying? And then when they had all the videos, it was all of them was doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, but I saw some of those other videos, man, and that they were pulling at straws, man. If that
No, it's
didn't,
to touch your heart and
Mhm.
it's to touch your heart and throw it in. That means my heart is with you. That's what it actually means.
Oh,
That's what it means. It's
oh,
not Heil Hitler, and it's not Heil Hitler salute anyway. We had that
mhm.
salute in the 19
Yeah, it's
what
called the
was it?
Bellamy salute.
The Bellamy salute. The
Mhm.
salute, it was a Roman salute that was over the years, and the United States had that salute.
The
You know what I'm
Romans
saying?
did this,
Yeah.
and the
And we
Bellamy
did it
was
too.
this. All right.
Yeah, the Bellamy was like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
But we did it too here when we remember
Up to 1932, but
1932.
when Mussolini copped it, they decided not to use it anymore because they didn't want to be associated with him.
Exactly.
See, so
So
that association part is where the United States got rid of the entire thing. But my man decided that he thinks it's a good thing, and he's gonna run with it.
his hand wasn't up like this. It was
It
like
don't
this.
matter. It's the
It was like
symbolism.
this.
If he did that in Germany, they would have locked his ass up.
Oh yeah, but if you look at all the other people, they were doing
Mhm.
the same shit. Even the vice president, that the bald dude that was running with Kamala Harris, he did the same shit. They got him on video doing the shit, and he did it fucking strong. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You can pull his shit up and look at it. Um, yeah. Let's see. Two Lags says Katie Cartel Hobbs, and Big Shooter said the gun stores were threatened by the government to sell the guns, and they will put them out of business. Fast and Furious by Obama. Yep. Uh-huh. And Two Lags said we had a third term that was named Obama third
Last
term
third
was
term was
named Biden.
Biden.
Yep, exactly. Sure was.
His little
Yep.
old brother. Little
hmm
old brother.
He was running the show. And if you notice at the funeral of Carter, you notice she didn't have those same earrings on. You know
Who?
that? Kamala Harris? She wasn't wearing those earrings. You haven't seen her with those same earrings on after any debates. The ones who look like microphone earrings.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. Somebody was feeding her. She's not that bright.
Dude, I still say she sounded drunk. Nobody wants to listen to
Yeah.
me. So I say, okay.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Give us some thumbs up. You guys watching the show. Even if you're watching it now, you watch it later, give us a thumbs up, please.
Mhm.
And Tampon Tim. Yeah. Tampon Tim.
Don't pull the strings.
Yeah. And yeah, don't pull the strings.
Mhm.
Because they'll bleed out. And but yeah, so what Flynn is working in the background. If you notice, Flynn is not a part of the administration, but he's actually got an office and he's working that's by the Pentagon, and he's working in the background. So that's actually a good thing. And he's also advising, president and stuff. And but the president had built a hell of a team around him this time, and which is actually very good, because like I said, he knows what he went into this time, and by doing so many things where he's cutting so many programs, firing so many people, he's on the offense. And the Democrats, they usually, when the president come in, it's like the first 100 days. This dude is doing it in the first 100 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And it's keeping them off guard because they don't know where it's going to come from next. He signed close to 200 executive orders. So it'll come one day is like, boom, this, then all of a sudden the next day. And so if you notice, even the news media can't keep up with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And you see he's winning all these lawsuits from the news media from slander. So they got to be very careful on how they say certain things. You know what I'm saying? So it's very interesting what's going on. But also, we had a horrific plane crash that happened in the DC area,
Washington D.C. Yep.
Washington D.C. around the Potomac, which doesn't make any freaking sense. You know what I'm saying? That we had this plane, this helicopter flying into this plane, and it's like, yeah. And I've been listening to a lot of pilots and stuff, and they've been saying this never should have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the funny part about it was Trump came out and said it was probably because of DEI hires.
Yeah, but that wasn't true, man.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's
true.
two white dudes. Both pilots are white guys.
No, well, one of the crew chief was a white guy. The pilot was a female.
And
the
two pilots are both from here, bro, from Georgia.
There was National Guard or something like that.
They're real
active duty
Army guys.
Okay. DEI doesn't necessarily mean there's have to be people of color, because DEI.
Well, the majority of the recipients are white women.
Yes, there was. Yeah, thank you for saying that, Al.
You're
because
welcome.
DEI supports white women. It doesn't support black women at all. But where is this?
But here's one. Look at this. Look at this one.
Okay.
Let me see if I get it to stop. Stop. So this is pretty much one of the like a dramatic reproduction, I guess you would call it.
Mhm.
And
okay, you got the yeah.
Yep.
The helicopter was flying at 200 feet. It should have been flying at 200 feet, not 400 feet.
Closer look at the final hours leading up to the crash. The confusion between the PAC-5 VIP military helicopter and the air traffic controller, and how the rescue operation is being carried out. More details all in the video ahead. The plane had departed from Wichita Dwight D. Eisenhower National Airport in Kansas earlier that evening. The PSA Airlines aircraft, operated under American Airlines and identified as Flight AA5342, collided midair with a military Black Hawk helicopter at approximately 9 p.m. on Wednesday, January 29, 2025. The tragic incident occurred as the plane was making its final approach toward Reagan-Washington National Airport in Arlington, Virginia. American Airlines confirmed that 64 people were aboard the jet, 60 passengers and 4 crew members, while 3 soldiers were aboard the military helicopter. This plane's radio transponder stopped transmitting about 2,400 feet, which is around 730 meters short of the runway, roughly over the middle of the river.
Damn.
This has marked the first major U.S. commercial crash in more than 15 years. From an aerial perspective, it is evident that Flight AA5342 was approaching the airport from the south, descending over the scenic Potomac River. This area is known for its proximity to several iconic landmarks, such as the Pentagon, located nearby in Pentagon City. To the north, one can spot the striking dome of the United States Capitol building, a symbol of American democracy. The Potomac River, which encircles the airport and much of Arlington, serves as a natural boundary and offers breathtaking views for arriving flights. However, this area is also densely trafficked, both by air and on the ground, adding to the complexity of air traffic management in the region. American Airlines Flight 5342, which we'll refer to as the landing flight, was on its final approach to runway 33. At this stage, called short final, the aircraft was mere moments from landing, flying at an altitude of about 400 feet. This is the most critical phase of landing, where every second counts and pilots are laser focused on safely bringing the plane down. At the same time, an Army Black Hawk helicopter, identified as PAC-25, was reportedly on a possible training flight. It was flying perpendicular to the flight path of Flight 5342, following the course of the Potomac River. The Potomac River is a designated flight corridor for helicopters, and it's common to see aircraft like this operating in the area. The key difference between the two aircraft in this scenario was their operating rules. The Black Hawk helicopter PAC-25 was flying under visual flight rules. This means it was required to rely on visual observation of its surroundings to avoid other aircraft. The landing flight 5342 was operating under instrument flight rules, which give it priority over VFR flights in controlled airspace. This system assumes that VFR aircraft will actively maintain visual separation to avoid conflicts. Moments before the collision, the air traffic control tower at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport called PAT-25 to confirm whether they had the other aircraft in sight. PAT-25 responded that they did. At first glance, this seems like an acknowledgement that they were aware of Flight 5342's presence and were taking steps to avoid it. However, it now seems likely that PAT-25 had mistakenly identified a different aircraft, possibly a departing flight from the same airport, and believed that was the other aircraft referred to by the tower. Tragically, PAT-25 may not have realized that Flight 5342 was descending directly into its path. This misidentification could have led to the Black Hawk failing to adjust its course in time to avoid a collision. Although I'm not a pilot, this is what appears to have happened based on the available information.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense because if you're flying directly over it, even if you had nods on, you would have saw this big ass fucking plane because they had full lights on coming in for Orlando. Doesn't make
but that's what the orientation of the helicopter in a situation, being able to see that other one taking off, and then him believing that he would clear and turn.
You gotta doesn't make sense, bro. Because you got a crew chief. No, it does not. You got a crew chief. That crew chief is a third. So you think it's a plot
to kill somebody that they want to do something?
We don't know. We don't know what the fuck happened. But I'm just saying there was a third set of eyes in there.
All three of them
what the pilots don't see. And if you can't have that crew chief is not in that back, just sitting there looking at.
He doesn't have control of the.
No, it doesn't matter. That crew chief has a headset.
I know.
A microphone.
Stop! And he still turns. If you can tell me to stop, what you want.
The fucking crew chief is going to see way before that crew chief.
I understand what you're saying.
He's hanging his head out the fucking door. That's your door gunner. He's hanging his head out the fucking windows. I've seen these crew chiefs in action, bro.
I understand, but this is a training mission. This was training.
It doesn't matter. That crew chief
hanging out the door at 9 o'clock at night.
He's still gonna be looking and making sure there's nothing around. Those crew chiefs look, bro.
I understand.
They look. That's because
stop.
Why you think that's a crew? He's a crew chief because he's in charge of that fucking bird when it's not flying. So he's not gonna be sitting back there chilling, bro.
Him yelling out "stop" and the pilot not reacting. You don't think that's a possibility?
Stop. He can fucking say fucking
whatever he said.
Dude, I've been on a fucking bird where this bitch almost backed us into a fucking mountain.
I got
and
you.
The fucking crew chief jumped on the fucking situation. No, I'm just saying the crew chief jumped on the fucking mic and said, "Bitch, you almost fucking hit a fucking mountain."
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But in this
and she was like, "Oh shit." She would have killed us. She would have fucking killed us, bro.
I hear you, but what I'm saying to you, in the same situation, the crew chief yelling whatever he thinks, and the pilot knows what he knows, and they don't coordinate.
That's but you got to be fucking stupid. You got to be fucking stupid. You don't want to. You don't want to preserve your life. Come on, man.
He's doing the right thing.
Nah.
We'll find out, and I'm telling you, I don't think it's any conspiracy. I don't think it's any. These guys were excellent pilots.
No, the blame falls on the ATC, the air traffic control. That's what the blame falls on. It doesn't. You can't blame You can blame the pilot for their stupidity too. The airplane. There's no fault in them.
Dude, we don't even know what happened, and we call them.
No, I'm just saying the bigger fucking plane is the victim. The helicopter is and the ATC and the helicopter and the ATC are the ones who you look at for being fault.
I know.
Helicopter's smaller than the plane, flying into somebody else's airspace, which you shouldn't have been that high. I don't give a fuck what type of training flight you're on. You're at 400 fucking something feet. You should have been lower, man. You know?
That's the other thing. The ceiling for him was 200 and he was already at 300.
Yes. It's like, what the fuck? I don't care if you flying a training flight. Why are you flying around a fucking airport?
They always do. That's DC.
I know because there's pilots. Believe me, I've been listening to pilots talk since this incident. As soon as this shit happened, guys jumped on channel and started talking. You know what I'm saying? And they flew a lot of those missions up there, and they flew those routes, and they said you follow the fucking river, and they said that's what you do if you do a visual.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep, I lived there. I used to see him all the time. It was an
Yeah.
old hat.
right. So I'm just saying, fucking, it's the Black Hawk and the ATC are the fucking problems. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
And
the
yes, we
pilot-
just had
the
another
aircraft-
crash in Philly, which was devastating. Everybody got killed on board. I don't know much information on that.
Another
We
one?
got video of it, but everybody got killed. And so the I'm just saying the crew chief would have saw what the fuck was happening. You know what I'm saying? Was
And he probably could have been in, but I
even
don't
if
see how.
and
they
if the
could
crew
change.
chief said something, they didn't do anything. That means they deliberately crashed this bitch. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? I mean, because they're not
Mm.
trying to die. The crew chief is not trying to
I don't
die
think
because
they're
he had
trying
a
to die, but I'm just
he
saying it
had a
could be a
newborn
miscommunication.
baby that was only a year old. So you know he wasn't trying to die. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I don't think any of them were trying to die, but we don't know.
That
I don't
pilot
think he's trying
was.
to. No, I think the pilot, he may have been disoriented. I
What
don't
the
know.
co-pilot's doing? If the pilot's on the training mission, what the fuck the co-pilot's doing? I'll take over.
I
They
think
could have
no,
dove. That
no.
Black
I
Hawk
think
could have dove, bro. Could have dove.
I forgot the roles of them. Let me see.
The pilot, you have a pilot and you have a co-pilot. Co-pilot, the pilot, if the co-pilot's flying, the pilot can take over anytime. You know what I'm saying? And take control of that bird. You know what I'm saying?
PAP.
So
yeah, hold on.
no, I flew in enough helicopters. I don't need to read this shit. I fucking flew in the back of enough of them some bitches. I flew in the back of Hueys,
You got
Black
the
Hawks.
FAA, and you got full-time investigators that are going out there. They're going to retrieve all this information, and they're going to piece it together.
The only
There's-
black boxes on that fucking Black Hawk is not a voice recorder.
No, I didn't say nothing about
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I said retrieve evidence. I'm not fuck them black boxes. They can do whatever they want. It's a computer. I don't trust them. I'm saying that they're going to bring all this together, and it'll probably take up to 3 to 5 years.
They're took so long
actually
to retrieve those bodies from
details. This is going to be ongoing.
But see, they taken so long to retrieve those bodies from the helicopter pilots that by the time they get to them, they won't even know if their nods were on because they're going to be burned out, and the cold temperature is going to knock them out. You know what I'm saying? So if they had retrieved them early, they would have seen
tragedy,
if they had nods on. But see, if you have nods on, and you see all these fucking lights coming up. You know what I'm saying? Something should have worried them.
They could have been complacent.
Because when you got lights coming in on fucking nods, they're gonna black you out. They're gonna white you out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna white you out. So it's like, what the fuck? You know, you're gonna have to flip them to see at that point. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
right?
It's like, what the fuck, man? You know, and these motherfuckers train with nods all the time. But I understand if you had a senior you had a pilot there that should have been fucking. That's his whole job.
All of them were pilots. There weren't.
No.
Wasn't a
you had a
training as in a
motherfucker. There was
teaching.
less time than the fucking pilot. So the motherfucker doing the train flight.
But
If
they were
that
all
pilot's doing a check ride flight or a training flight, that pilot should be more keyed in on what the fuck's going on because his life is in the hands of that that motherfucker who has no experience. You see what I'm saying? You're just not in there.
No, they all had it, dude. There's thousands of hours in this plane. They weren't.
No,
they
they only had 50, between the pilot and the co-pilot is 1,500 hours. That's not thousands of fucking hours. That's 15 fucking hours. 1,500 hours.
That's still more than
the fucking pilot had 1,000 hours.
That's not a rookie.
That's not a lot of fucking hours. That's not a lot of hours.
Is not a lot of hours.
Not in the military aircraft is not.
The 9/11 terrorists had minutes compared to this.
But they didn't need to land.
Planes into the.
They didn't need a fucking
They hit
land.
a target in the air.
They didn't need it. Well, this guy hit a target in the air too, and he had 500 fucking hours. So what the fuck?
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. It's like what I'm saying to you is when you have these guys that minutes of time, then you got these guys here, but they weren't rookies. Is what I'm trying to tell you. They weren't rookies.
I'm just saying they didn't have a lot of time. And I need to ask my buddies who are pilots, how much flight hours they have, because I know one of them retired as a Warrant Officer 3 for Little Bird, and the other one was he didn't retire, but he was a Apache pilot. And what is the so I had him on the phone the other day. I should have asked him how many hours he had.
So currently, they only found one military guy. The other two bodies haven't been found.
That was probably the crew chief they found, because he wouldn't have been strapped in. He only has he would have had a harness on him, a dangle harness, and so he can move around the back of the helicopter. You know what I'm saying?
Only O'Hara, whatever his staff sergeant, Ryan O'Hara.
Yeah, that's crew chief. He was staff sergeant. That's crew chief. They're NCOs. Yeah. The pilots are going to be.
Person, they haven't named him. The family requested not to name him. And then the other one is a chief warrant officer, and his name was Andrew Lloyd.
Yeah, so that was one of the pilots. Yeah. So if it was a warrant officer as a pilot or an officer as a pilot, if it's an NTO, it was a crew chief. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like I said, the crew chief was easier to find because he would probably been thrown out. You know what I'm saying? Or close to hanging out. And the pilots were probably strapped in the seats. So they went down with the bird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think it's more what you were saying about the air traffic controllers in reference to.
Well, I got some things about the air. Let's read some of these texts here. Then I got something to say about the air traffic control. And Tulag, he hold rates. Oh, yeah. FBI cronies hit Worth on FBI cronies. They have until Monday to resign or to be fired. Oh, yeah. So they got to be in office either by Monday or it's
leave me alone.
Yeah, it's termination. One of the two. Let's see another. We got the Tulag. The Black Hawk pilot and the co-pilot was a female. No, they're actually males. And they flew too high in the corridor. Yeah, which is true. Tulag, if they were wearing nods and night vision, it would have been seriously limited. Yep, because all the lights from the surrounding area, from the airfield, because everything is lit up, and you're gonna be whited out. You know what I'm saying? And
especially only 200 feet in the air.
Yeah, your nods are not even gonna work. The Tulag, the key gents, the Black Hawk was only 200 feet high. Out of the flight coordinator. Yep. Tulag, the co-pilot only had 400 hours of flight time. He said she, but it's actually he. Have froze up, but it doesn't make any difference that the pilot allowed this to happen. What's up, Big Mike? How you doing? Thank you for stopping through. Appreciate you. And let's see, the Tulag, the pilot, had over 1,000 hours of time in the seat. I'm thinking that the co-pilot was the one flying the bird, and that's what they're thinking too.
So the helicopter has a black box on it too.
Yeah, but it's not a voice recorder. It's not a voice recorder.
Okay, no, I didn't say voice. I said they have a black box.
I'm just saying they have a black box. I just said it's not a voice recorder. Only thing it's going to do is check what they were doing. That's it. If they're jacking off and you can hear them.
That's what they need, but it helps in the investigation.
You're gonna hear all types of cussing and shit on that motherfucker. So Tulag said nods on lights will flat blind your ass. Yep. He's talking about the crew chief. They called it a monkey strap. It's a harness he'll wear, and it'll be hooked on the back, and he's tethered to the top of the bird. That has a slide bar that goes across from left to right, and he can actually hang out the doors on each side with this thing. You know what I'm saying? And he said that was Janet. Oh, okay. Tulag, I'll skip one. I'll come back to it. Tulag, a black box on the Black Hawk is telemetry only. Yep. So Gen X said, my former boss was a Black Hawk pilot. Yeah, ask him some questions and see if he comes back. Now, everybody said they got mad at Trump for saying this was DEI bullshit, and actually came close to him being right. Because in the New York Post, they actually posted that the FAA was pushing diversity and focusing on hiring people with severe intellectual and physical disability. They even got midgets on here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so they are targeting the disabilities of those the federal government. The matter of policy, special emphasize in recruiting and hiring FAA website states, including hearing, vision, missing extremities, paralyzed, and complete partial paralyzed, completely paralyzed, epilepsy, severe intelligent disability, psychological disability, and dwarfism. So that's what they were looking to hire. And then you had it. Where is that video? Where is it? Let me kill some of these fucking videos. Even the fucking head of the FAA, they got this motherfucker on video saying this shit. They were mostly trying to hire. Did I have this one? Let me see if I have it.
Damn.
I don't know if I grabbed. Oh, let me see if I grabbed it. Nope. I don't think I grabbed it. Yeah.
Elmer Fudd.
What's that?
Tulag talking about the ATC with a stutter.
Or a midget. What the fuck? You need a fucking
sit on some
midget.
pillows, man. We don't have phone books anymore, but you can sit on some pillows.
Fucking yeah, and they're talking smack, you know. But there's a video that was floating around with the guy. Oh, there it is. I got it. Here it is. Here it is. We got it. We got it. And it's always these fucking black people pushing this shit. I hate to say it. It is always black people pushing this diversity shit.
Hi, I'm Brad Mims, Deputy Administrator at the Federal Aviation Administration. We are looking for the best and brightest to join us as air traffic controllers. We need a diverse group of air traffic controllers to bring distinct perspectives to handle the ever-changing aerospace landscape. I'm calling on students and alumni from HBCUs, Hispanic serving institutions, and tribal colleges to apply now to become air traffic controllers. I don't want anyone interested to miss out on this amazing career opportunity. Make sure you complete your full application during our application window. The short application window ends on May 8th. We need a diverse next generation air traffic workforce with people from all backgrounds. So apply now.
So basically, if I wanted to be an air traffic controller, I can put my application in there. I'll probably be moved to the top of the pile, especially being a disabled veteran. So, and black. So,
you black? What the fuck?
I'm only black on Tuesdays, motherfucker. Well, I'm just saying they're instead of them looking for the best qualified, they're looking for diversity. Because that's what the biggest thing with this woke shit is. It's all about diversity. And the white man is the devil. You know what I'm saying? And so and if you notice, they'll put these black women in charge of this shit. And prime example, when we had the shooting in what was that, Louisiana? When we had the terrorist attack out there. That lady, she got up there and fucking said it wasn't a terrorist attack. You know, she quit. And she got beat up. Yeah, Baton Rouge. She ended up quitting. And so it's like, why are you out there trying to say this wasn't a terrorist attack? You know, and it was clearly, it had all the signs of a terrorist attack. You know, so
I think at that time they were trying to belay everybody's feelings, and this country lies to their people. So
oh yeah, they do.
You can't believe anything that they say.
Yeah, just tell the truth. You know, I think we're better off just knowing the truth. Everybody was screaming terrorist attack, and these motherfuckers, they didn't do that with the Boston bombing. You know, they some of the news didn't know what it was in the beginning, but it was within hours. It was a terrorist attack. You know what I'm saying? Because they found out the dudes were
Russian.
yeah. So yeah, but once they found out this dude was a black dude, they was like, "Oh, this is not a terrorist attack." No, hell no. Black people can't do this shit. Hell no.
No, they found out he was military too, and they were like, they didn't want to put that out there because half the motherfuckers come out of the military are fucking nut jobs. But
Man,
you
if that
gotta
dude
say
had
thank you for your service.
that dude had been a white dude and been ex-military, they would have fucking put that shit would have been as soon as he got out of the truck and got shot, it'd have been on the news. His name, photographs, terrorist attack. They have been already raiding his house, fucking arresting his wife and kids, had them all on the fucking ground, everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the president was talking about. They were pushing diversity and they were shorthanded too, because there's a lawsuit that's going against the FAA for it's a bunch of white guys who pass the FAA school to be to make it for air traffic control. They passed and they got purged off the list. And so other diversity students can move past them. You know what I'm saying? So, and now there's a huge lawsuit against the FAA because of that. And that, like I said, they were running shorthanded from what I understand, it's supposed to have been somebody else handling helicopters and somebody else was supposed to be handling the aircraft. So one person was doing the job of three people in that air traffic, and it just caught them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a stressful job. It's a hard job,
You
and
gotta
so
be precise at all times.
yeah.
So apparently, the air traffic controller in this Washington D.C. incident, they actually alerted the helicopter.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
To put it, pay attention and move when you had to move because they knew that it was very close.
Mm-hmm. But they can all do a visual. This happens all the time, and they do a visual, and they fly underneath each other, as long as you got the clearance, and it happens all the time. So just this one time, man, it just fucked up, dude. But as soon as this shit happened, if you guys noticed, the first thing the news did, I won't mention the network, was blame the president for it. You know what I'm saying? So this is President Trump's fault. Everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
I think he cut something. Then I think that first cut that you were talking about in the beginning had something to do with some of the FFA money, and that's why they're linking it with
Yeah,
that.
but they wasn't in a huge. It doesn't matter if he cut something. He only been president fucking like 10 fucking days. If he cut something, then
Yeah, but I think that it's just mudslinging.
yeah,
That's
all it
what we
was.
get nowadays.
Yeah.
We don't, from both sides, we don't get any real reporting and just tell it like it is. We
Yeah,
get mudslinging. So you
right.
cut something, and then they'll say, "Well, hey, you cut this when you first got here." Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch of
Right,
bullshit. We
right.
got
But he came back and
64
backed it
people
up.
dead,
Why he cut
67
it?
people dead,
Yeah,
and we get this bullshit.
yeah. And now, like I said, we just had another. Yeah, imagine ATC plane, look.
Yeah.
You're gone, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they remain calm. So Tulag said in his last bio, he got what? He said his last bio. His bio the last time he got a BJ. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, and I'm not gonna say the network, but yeah, you can read it for yourself. And and so yeah, so that was amazing that happened. I wonder, can I pull up X over here? Let's see. Without logging in. I think I gotta log in. Yeah, I log in. Because we probably got some footage of the plane crash that happened in where it happened at? Philly.
The second one or the first one?
Yeah, the second one.
You said Philadelphia.
Yeah, I got it.
So
Claimed 6 lives Yeah, I got some footage right here. I got a bunch of footage. Let me share it. There's a whole. They did a whole goddamn track of fucking footage. Here's one of them. Let's talk again. That's one of them. Here's another one.
Allahu Akbar.
This motherfucker saying God is good.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
See?
What the hell?
This is the hopefully you touch on the last part is
Oh my God.
the immigration, because
Oh my
I know a
God.
lot of people out there that,
La
that
ilaha
I
illallah.
know watch it either now or
That's
later.
a plane, bro.
This is one of the things I
That's
do
a
agree with,
plane.
bro.
I caught that on camera.
You gotta
Yo.
get. I don't know what he's
Yo.
cheering for and what his religious
Allahu
sentiments
Akbar.
are, but see
Yeah,
that
because
shit.
that means God is
Yo.
good.
I know what
Yo.
that means.
Yeah.
Yo.
That ain't good.
So
Yo.
why would he be saying
Yo.
God is good?
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Because
my God.
he realized no matter who goes down in
What
America,
the hell?
it's going to be an American.
Yo.
Yeah.
And that's kind of fucked up. And we got people behind our fucking
Oh my
front
God.
lines that are not friendlies.
No,
Allahu
we don't.
Akbar.
You saw all the people out there protesting.
Thousands and
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
And there was protesting simultaneously in 2 different cities. Carrying Mexican. Some protesting against the United States. It's like, but you living here.
Right.
Okay.
How the fuck you don't have
back-
no damn you don't have any standing. How do you protest in somebody else's country?
Yeah. Go back to your own country. This shit's
Mhm.
devastating.
You
You see
try
this
that
shit?
shit where
A
you came
fucking
from.
plane just crashed on Cotman
This is
Avenue, yo.
devastating,
I
bro.
was right there, bro. What the fuck?
One thing on
Yo,
the
somebody
side,
oh my god,
comment,
yo, the
bro.
world, yo. What the fuck?
More people
crashed right off the
are
boulevard at
watching
Cotman Avenue.
social
on
media
fire.
for
It's
their
not under
news
control.
than ever before. And
I
I
do.
can't.
It looks like a side street.
I can't stand the lame ass meeting with all those smiling happy jack motherfuckers.
You know why I can't stand it? Because they're putting their opinions in it. They're too busy putting their opinions
It's
in
always a slant. Yeah, I agree with that.
They're a negative
the
opinion.
slants, and you know,
Look at
for
that
me,
shit.
I don't give two
Look at
shits about Hollywood. Why is everything related back to some fucker in Hollywood, some so-called celebrity?
Right.
And you got regular people doing shit, and then they give a whole half a fucking show to some.
Damn, you saw that?
Yeah, that shit was like a damn.
It came down like a missile. It came down like a missile.
Dropped.
Look at this shit. Watch this shit again. Top left, guys. Oh, what the fuck? That's fucking.
I wonder if they got a picture of the wreckage so you can actually see that it was a plane and not something else. Because
they claimed 3 people were killed. They're already saying that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn, that was lucky then. Because it looked like residential.
Yeah, well, it was like a mall or something like that. It hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The search.
Were they landing or taking off? Taking off.
That's the crater, I guess, where it hit.
Yeah, they locked the doors too.
I don't see no particles of plane, no fuselage.
The way that shit was coming down, you're not gonna see nothing but itty bitty pieces. Look at this shit. Watch this.
Propeller something.
Look, man. Oh, it's that asshole again.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's another one. Another. Boom. Look at that shit. You and in hindsight, you'll think, fucking, we're under attack.
Yep, I'll be going down the same direction.
Yeah, you'll be like, oh, we're under attack.
You ain't got nothing against no artillery, bro.
That wouldn't have been artillery. That'd have been a Scud missile.
There's some shit falling out of the sky that's blowing up.
And the sheriff lives next door. You do not want to get in trouble out here. This is Trump, everything, and the sheriff lives next door.
That's some weird chick. Yeah, so that's what happened there, man. It was they said let me see if I got a news report. So they said a Learjet 55 was operating in a medical transport jet to rescue. Oh, the transport jet for a jet rescue air ambulance crashed in northeast Philadelphia on January 31st, 2025. The plane, which had just taken off from Northwest Philadelphia Airport, crashed into a row of houses near Roosevelt Boulevard, igniting a massive fire. 6 people on board, including 2 doctors, 2 pilots, and a paramedic patient, pediatric patient, and a family member were killed. Damn. The incident led to a significant emergency response from a local authorities, with the investigation underway to determine the cause. Motherfucker. You imagine that shit getting picked up by a medical flight and getting killed?
Nope.
Let me see if my buddy who used to fly air ambulances, let me see if he's been saying anything in the background. Because he flies, he's been flying the air ambulance for years. He's actually pretty quiet. He didn't say shit. Oh, yeah, I think he said some shit. Yeah, the only thing he said, yeah, he flew an air ambulance for 5 years. Yeah. So, he said, I gave it my best effort not to crash or die. And yeah, he's really not saying much, because he's still flying. So he's keeping his mouth shut. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was devastating. Out now, if they can find the black box, you know what I'm saying? God damn.
Yeah.
That's devastating. I mean, that thing came in like a missile. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it hit the air. Maybe just the right way.
Maybe a wing fell off or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just like, God damn, that was a hard ass hit, bro. You know?
And I'm surprised it didn't take out more people in that type of area.
Yeah. Or maybe he was trying not to hit a house. You know what I'm saying? It was like, fuck it.
That didn't look like a whole control,
We're gonna
man.
die. I'm just gonna fucking try to save as many people on the ground as I can. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes the pilots do that shit. In total 6 people killed. Nobody on the ground was killed. So that's crazy, man. Let's see what you guys are saying. Tulag, if New Orleans dude was white, they would have had to dial. Yeah, and the last time we had a VJ. Now I got what you were saying. Right, which is true. Yeah. Which is true. Yeah. And Dulac said, heard it was a life flight. Yes, it was. It was a life flight. So maybe the control surface was not unlocked properly. Yeah, I don't know. That was wild. If we get another plane crash, if we get another plane crash this weekend, then we know something's up, dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's just a down now.
Yeah. I mean, it came straight down like this. I mean, usually when planes, they come out like this, and at least he can glide them.
And the pilot is trying to, right, there you go.
They can glide them in and try, because that street right there, they probably could have landed somewhere on that street. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that thing was crazy.
Yeah, but that shit just came down like, it's like, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? You didn't even have time to go choke the pilot or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta say fuck. By the time that you say fuck, it's over. You gone.
Yeah. So
sad, man.
Oh, so I just saw a post where the Great Purge to leave 10,000 plus DEI experts unemployed. So they're talking about purging 10,000 DEI experts. You know what I'm saying?
What is a DEI expert?
Diversity, equity, and
I know what it means, but what is an expert? What is an ex? You said an expert.
No, they're gonna
title.
purge. They're gonna purge.
I know, but you said the title like DEI expert. Is that what you said?
Oh no, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what they got wrote on here. That's an expert unemployment. It's supposed to be it should have been said expected unemployed.
Okay.
It said expert. EXPERTS. You know what I'm saying? Experts. So facts matters. Roman, what's his name? Roman
Polanski.
Something like that. It's a Russian name. He does a show on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how I pull it up. You guys see YouTube. Yeah. So yeah, we got a lot of shit happening, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, it is a lot. 2 plane crashes. We got motherfuckers getting fired. Motherfucking waste and fraud.
Fucking immigration, New York's damn near out of control.
Yeah. Yeah. And all them motherfuckers talking shit and all those. Oh, California said they're trying to let criminals free. And they're trying to let motherfuckers free. No time to even put your head between your legs and kiss your ass around. No, it's none. Oh shit. I just jumped out.
Damn, you called it before. You called it as you were leaving.
I'm back. I think I turned it off.
Oh, okay.
For underserved communities through.
Yeah, that's it right there. See the title? I'm gonna show
the
you.
federal government.
Yeah.
This innocuous enough sounding directive ordered the entirety of the executive branch of the U.S. government to set up DEI goals and DEI initiatives. What this meant in practice is that every agency throughout the federal government, they had to submit something known as an equity action plan. These equity action plans, they detailed how that particular agency was going to further DEI objectives, usually by setting up quotas, DEI offices, hiring DEI quote-unquote experts, and so on. And so you had government agencies ranging the gamut from transportation to airline safety to the military to nuclear waste management. They all set up these DEI practices. And of course, this was actually mirroring what was already happening across the entirety of corporate America. And after 4 years of such policies, both in corporate America as well as in the government, the end result was exactly what you'd expect. An example of what the end result looked like was this report here, showing that corporate America overwhelmingly hired people of color. In 2021, out of the 300,000 new jobs that were added in Fortune 100 companies, 94% went to people of color. Likewise, you had this other report right here, which came out of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, showing that by 2023, American-born workers had lost more than 1.3 million jobs, while foreign-born workers gained 1.2 million jobs during that very same period of time. And so all this was great unless you happen to be a white, straight, American-born male. For many jobs, these policies really tilted the scales against you. And while the proponents of these policies say that this was a necessity in order to, as they say, right historical wrongs, the fact of the matter is that these were discriminatory policies that explicitly gave preferential treatment to some people over others based on immutable characteristics such as gender, race, and or sexual orientation. Even if you agreed with the goals of these programs, the fact that they were illegal under the civil rights framework of American law was kind of undeniable. And actually, whether or not President Trump rolled these programs back using that executive order, well, they were already getting successfully challenged one after another in the court of law. As just one example of what I mean by that, let's take the case of San Francisco. Roughly 3 weeks ago, the city of San Francisco, they decided to settle a long-standing lawsuit. And in so doing, they're going to be ending their taxpayer-funded Transgender Guaranteed Income Program. And I do want to just quickly repeat that for added emphasis. San Francisco, the city, had a taxpayer-funded Transgender Guaranteed Income Program. This program of theirs, it was started back in the year 2022, and its stated purpose, at least according to the mayor's own website, was to, quote, provide low-income transgender San Franciscans with $1,200 each month up to 18 months to help address financial insecurity within trans communities. And so basically, if you happen to be a transgender person living in San Francisco, and if your take-home income was less than 30% of the median income in the area, you would qualify for a $1,200 monthly prepaid debit card, and you could get that card refilled for upwards of a year and a half. The program, it was announced in
That's
November
still less than
2022,
what the immigrants are
and
getting.
the funds, they began to get dispersed 3 months later in January of 2023, which is great. But I'm sure that as you're hearing about this program, if it's your very first time hearing about it, you very likely have a simple question, which is, what would stop someone from just declaring themselves to be transgender in order to claim the money?
It's
They wouldn't have to change anything
21,600.
physically. They would just have to check a checkbox
You
on
know
a
it's
form
taxable.
and make the claim that they're trans. And so right away, there's a logical problem, a problem of proving that you actually qualify. Furthermore, if already the whole thing sounds discriminatory, it actually got a bit more discriminatory. You see, an organization called Judicial Watch, which is a, you can say, conservative legal watchdog group based out of DC, they filed a Freedom of Information Act request against the city government of San Francisco in order to get their internal communications regarding this program. And once those documents actually came to light, it was revealed that there was a racial component to this program as well. Up on your screen is one of the documents that came out of the city government from this Freedom of Information Act request. It doesn't have a date, but the title of this particular document is Mayor's Office of Housing and Community Development Prepaid Card Policies and Procedures. And here's specifically what these procedures state, quote, selected participants in this program will identify as transgender and extremely low income. Within this population, there will be a specific focus on Black and Latinx transgender women.
So
Meaning
white
that even
transgenders
if
ain't
you're a
getting
San
this.
Franciscan transgender, if you happen to be a white male, well, you still would be ranked lower. There was another document that came out, which not only reiterated this race-based
Even if you're
priority
bleeding.
system, but also went even further by setting up actual quotas based on gender and race.
All
This
right, that's
document
enough
here,
of this.
titled
But and that's something. So that so let me- so Tulak sent breaking news.
It's a link to
Breaking news: Trump fired tons of FBI agents by the end of the day. This just happened, and so he set to fire tons of FBI agents who worked on the investigation of January 6th and those targeting him with criminal investigation. Boom, there it is.
I guess that's the tat.
Yep, tit for tat, motherfucker. I'm president now, motherfucker.
Mhm.
I don't blame him. I'd do it too. Fuck him. What are you gonna do?
That's what people
Yeah.
say about Biden and his son's pardon. They don't blame him. Neither.
Well,
Like,
there that he could he's still up for they can still investigate him.
They're
So
not.
even with the pardon, yeah.
They're not.
And so they that he can be called to testify. You know what I'm saying? And if he lies under oath, they got him. He'll go to jail.
They
He
ain't going
cannot-
that far, bro. That's the same.
They're already talking about starting
Same
hearings.
what's
with
that lady name?
They already started
Go ahead.
talking about doing it. They're already talking about doing it. They're talking about this need.
They talked about locking Hillary up too.
No, they ain't talking about her. They're talking about the January 6th committee guys.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, but yeah, but he didn't do it. That
Back
was
the
his,
first go around, they were going to.
that was
They
his
talked
big
about her.
mistake. But this time, I guarantee these motherfuckers gonna do this shit because American
I
people
want
want
to see it.
Because number one,
I
you
wanna
know, the General Mealy, the 4-star general, you know, they took a security team and they're talking about taking a star because he did treason. You know what I'm saying?
What'd he do?
he contacted his Chinese counterpart without letting the president know, and said he'll tell him if war is about to happen before it happened.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
So why didn't they hang that dude?
Well, I guess it was too hard to prove back then. And they was too busy going after Trump. You remember he was being impeached twice.
So this
trying
was
to throw him in
the
jail.
last time he was in office.
Yes, the last
Oh,
year. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. And they kept all this secret until he ended up getting out. Then he found out about all this shit. So now the new DLJ is he pulled his security detail, they pulled his clearance, and they're talking about taking the strike. Star.
He's still in?
Doesn't matter. He's fucking retired. He's retired. They can still take that motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. If you're receiving pension retirement funds, they can demote you, bro. Oh yeah. You don't get away with that shit. Like if you do some shit in the military that was a crime and you retire and you figure you good, nah, they can bring your ass back on active duty to fucking prosecute you. Oh yes, they can. And article and not just yeah, they can recall you back to active duty and court martial your fucking ass. They sure can. And he just retired.
Oh, so that's why Biden gave him a pardon.
And that's why he gave him a pardon. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, the B2 was lost because something wasn't locked. Yeah, that's why he gave him a pardon, because the motherfucker committed treason. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if they're gonna kill him.
Who well, we'll see.
Miley.
Well, all the security details are off. So all this General Flynn said they said it was 51. He said it was actually 58. And so the other guys' names hadn't been announced, but they're part of it too. Yeah. So Tulak said FBI is getting cleaned out, at least the top 3 levels. And a lot of the motherfuckers who was doing the investigation too, they're gone. But he's saying all the FBI that was doing the investigation of January 6th and all that shit, arresting people and all that shit, they're gone too. Yeah. Yeah. Tulak traders should be court-martialed, stripped down to E1 and sent to Leavenworth. Yep. That's what should happen. And I hope they do call him back on active duty to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's
Trump
a piece of
called for
shit.
his death.
I know somebody who served under him, and even though he was special forces, he hated the special forces. And he said that shit that happened and when those special forces team got killed in Nigeria, that was a part of him. He did that. So that the special forces community hated him. And I think he was a part of the Rainbow Coalition too. You know what I'm saying?
Which one?
Mealy, the general.
I know, but which Rainbow Coalition?
There's only one Rainbow Coalition.
The gay people?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about damn Jesse Jackson's old group.
Oh no.
I'm old, man. I got a lot of references.
I put them all together.
Man, Jesse ain't no fag.
I didn't say he was, but
okay. You said you put them all together.
So everybody's saying, where is the JFK and the
I can say that
MLK?
now too, by the way, y'all.
Huh?
Trump's back in office.
Oh yeah, you can say that. Yeah, yeah.
I
They're
said,
saying where
I can say that now. I can grab him by the pussy if I want.
Well, they're saying everybody's wondering where the JFK files and where the MLK and the RFK files are.
I want to see
Once
that too.
he signed the authorization to release them, it takes 15 days for the general public to get them.
Man, you on it tonight, bro.
Yeah. So they'll be here sometime next week. Yeah. And then the news is going to go crazy with that shit. Because come to find out, I think LBJ was a part of the JFK assassination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's audio that's been surfacing with him saying shit.
And you better believe that Trump already knows and nothing can be done to him because LBJ's dead.
Trump said when he read the files last time, what's in it will destroy the CIA. It will destroy it. Yeah. So
shit.
that's what he said. Yeah. That's from somebody who's been knowing him for over 45 years. That's what he told them. Yeah.
Damn. That ain't no joke.
Yep. See, rumors are swirling that he was a gay pedo. Yep. And JFK wouldn't audit the federal. Wanted to audit the
Federal Reserve.
Yeah,
and he didn't want to be a part of the World Bank.
Yep, that's right. The same thing somebody else did in 1937 in a country with a G. He did the same thing. And that's how he turned his country around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? However,
he was also Man of the Year in 1936, I believe.
Yes, he was. It took him 2 years to turn this country around. And how he did it was got rid of all the bankings. Got rid of all of them. Yeah. So I think it just got greedy. If he didn't get greedy and start attacking everybody, I think, they still would have been in power today. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if they did, there's a lot of stuff they could have done in the war as well. But if he didn't go to World War II, he may have had a better chance. If he slowly just crept up and snatched everybody by the back of the neck and chopped them up, he would have been better off.
Yeah.
He thought he was invincible and could take on fucking everybody.
Just chill.
Yep. And the United States was separatist back then. They didn't even want no parts of the shit.
We didn't even want none of it.
The other part was you had people from all over in this country. You got the German people who went back to Germany to help the Germans fight. That left the United States. You had people all over Russia. There was Russians there, and that's why they didn't want to drop the bomb on Europe.
Right. Yeah.
Because you could, by the time they got everything together, oh boy, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna close this shit out.
World.
Yeah.
What a wonderful
That's amazing.
world.
If you study history, you'd be like, they left a lot of shit out of history that they didn't tell us. You know what I'm saying?
Yourself, man. I tell everybody the same
And you
thing.
don't go to Wikipedia. YouTube is not the place. Most of the stuff is in writing. You gotta fucking figure it out. Yeah. Okay. Tulag.
Our populace are so ignorant, they have no idea the Fed Reserve is a private bank and had nothing to do with our government. However, they print our money and fix our interest rate. It makes you. Absolutely.
Oh, here's one for you. You guys didn't know this. The head of the the head of the Federal Reserve? They can't fire him. And this cocksucker was going to drop interest rates if Kamala Harris became president.
What?
And now he's talking about raising the interest rates. You know what I'm saying? Ain't this about a bitch? So they got to figure out what they got to do with this guy. Somehow or another, they got to get him. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to work against, he's the entrenched, and he's going to work against this president trying to get this country back on track because they don't want this country to be on track. So, okay. Top corner, it says in the stream.
Okay.
Top left corner. Okay. Gotcha. And so you click it once and it's going to take us onto the back channel. And also too, NATO's working against him too. NATO is planning on sending 100,000 ground troops into Ukraine. And if they do that, that's an act of war against Russia. Because Ukraine is not a UN member. It's not. Yes, not. And they're talking about how they're going to do it. They're going to divide up each of the cities by different countries, like they did in Germany. So if he attack one of the cities, he's attacking a United Nations sovereign countries. You see how they're going to do it?
Right.
And it turns in now to be like, oh, this war is on. It's World War III. We got to all fuck you up now.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is us. We the ones they're waiting for to get in.
Right, but Trump's not getting in. He already pulled the fucking funding from Ukraine. It's done. Yeah. It's not happening. Yeah, that's a sinking ship. And see, but what these cocksuckers don't think about, nobody's watching China. You know what I'm saying? You fucking get into a fucking thing with fucking Russia, China's gonna fucking, they're already sending equipment and firepower. It just, you know, they got North Korea sending fucking constructs over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just enough time before they started sending all their Asian fucking troops over there. And you thinking the North Koreans are fighting. They're actually fighting Russians. You know, I mean Chinese. You know what I'm saying? And so it's gonna be very interesting how this shit's gonna play out, you know, but it'll end up going to nuclear war. Either way it go, you know, because if Russia nukes European theater and fuck all them up, he won't hit Ukraine. He'll hit where their origins came from. He'll nuke them motherfuckers. And they'll be like, oh, we're gonna nuke you back. And the United States be like, gonna nuke you back. Then you're looking at China saying, oh, we're gonna nuke everybody. But see, China don't realize the country that's next door to them, India, will nuke the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
That's the only country that China can't beat is India. Very interesting.
They got about this. Well, I think China still has more people, but that's not every person
fighting.
Right,
they're running out of males. They're running out of males.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from what I understand, they only have about 10 years or they're gonna run out of males. So they either have to, and they want to destroy the United States. So they either want to do it without guns or they want to do it in a fight. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to do it in a fight because they want to claim the land. You know what I'm saying? This is prime land here. You know?
Yeah. Boy, that's funny.
They want to keep up a debt society. Yep, exactly. Yeah, NATO is like a bore, useless. Yeah, UN is a joke. I hate them with a passion. Useless guys. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping on the show. Like and share the show. Wheels on Rumble, YouTube. I didn't see Locals.
Twitch. Locals
yeah,
up there.
Twitch. Oh, Locals is not up here.
Isn't that the one with the
dots?
Okay.
When you go put it in there, when you go to the top and you sign Rumble, go to the far right and it's go Rumble and Locals. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right. And
yeah. I did. I put it on Rumble only. You're right.
Yeah, you put it on Rumble. Yeah. And Kick. But we appreciate you guys stopping through. And only thing I had to say, we'll see you guys at the range.
See you at the range, guys. Yep.
All right.
I got it. Two.
You got it? Oh, don't remember to play the outro. And when the Saber Team Tactical go, that's when you hit the end stream.
Watch this. I'm gonna hit it, and you know what happened last time.
All right, Two Leg. See you later, man. Thanks for stopping through. You can hit end stream.